The US election won't just affect America, it's going to impact the entire continent. Today, we'll break down how the 2024 election could reshape relations with Canada, Mexico, and the rest of Americas. From Canada to the Caribbean, the 2024 US elections is about much more than who leads the United States. The ripple effects of this election will be felt across the Americas, from the northern border with Canada through Mexico and Central America, all the way to South America. Trade, immigration, security, each of these areas will be shaped by what happens in November 2024. In this episode, we're exploring how the US elections will impact the entire continent, from trade deals and border policies to the fight against climate change and regional security. Before we dive in, let me know, what is the most important issue for you when it comes to US relations with its neighbor? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start with trade. United States is the biggest economic partner for many countries in the Americas, and the 2024 elections will directly impact these relations. Whether we're talking about USMCA, the trade agreement between US, Canada, and Mexico, or broader trade with Latin America, there's a lot at stake. Under Biden, trade relations have largely focused on strengthening partnerships, building an agreement like the USMCA, which replaced NAFTA. Biden's administration has also pushed for more cooperation on key issues like labor standards, environmental protection, and supply chains. But a Trump return could mean a shift back towards tariff renegotiations and an America First approach that could challenge these partnerships. For countries like Mexico and Canada, which depend heavily on the trade with the US, the 2024 elections could mean the difference between stability and economic uncertainty. Do you think the US will strengthen trade with its neighbor after the election, or are we headed for more negotiations and tariffs? Next, let's talk about immigration. It's been one of the most hotly debated topics in the US politics, and the outcome of the 2024 elections will play a huge role in determining the future of immigration policies, not just for the US now, but for the entire continent. Biden's administration has focused on creating pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, protecting DACA or DASA receipts, and reforming asylum processes at the border. If Biden wins re-election, we could see more policies aimed at addressing the root causes of migration from Central and South America. But if Trump or a similarly conservative candidate returns to power, we should expect a return to stricter immigration enforcement, border wall expansion, and tougher asylum restrictions. For countries like Mexico and the Northern Triangle nation, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, the US elections could determine the future of migration flows and US aid aimed at addressing poverty, violence, and corruption in these regions. While elections can create political uncertainty across the American continent, your investment doesn't have to. be uncertain. With Stake, you can invest in UAE real estate starting with as little as $500. It's a smart way to diversify your portfolio, offering access to high growth real estate in Dubai's booming market. Stake makes it easy to grow your wealth. So click in the description below and start securing your financial future with Stake today. Now, how do you think the US immigration policies will change after the 2024 elections? Will we see more reforms or stricter enforcement? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Climate change is another critical issue that links the US to its neighbors across the Americas, from hurricanes devastating the Caribbean to deforestation in the Amazon. The effects of climate change are being felt across the continent. Biden has prioritized climate action, working with regional partners to reduce emissions and protect critical ecosystems like the Amazon rainforest. His administration has invested in clean energy projects and pushed for stronger environmental protections. But a Trump victory could see the US pulling back from these commitments, focusing more on fossil fuels and deregulation. For countries vulnerable to climate change, like the Caribbean islands, Central America, and Brazil, the outcome of the US election could determine the future of regional cooperation on climate initiatives. So, what's next? Over the next few days and weeks, we'll continue breaking down how the US election will impact different parts of the world, from Europe, Africa, to Asia and the GCC. The effects of the 2024 elections will be felt far beyond US borders. You can find those videos linked right here or in this channel. So subscribe for more. Now, before we end, the 2024 US elections will shape the future of Americas, whether it's trade, immigration, or climate action. The next president will have a profound impact on the entire continent. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into how global events are shaping our world's future. Thank you and have a good one.